Hello, this is Mark from Right Line Trading, and I just wanted to go over the trading on the S&P 500, the E-mini today. This is not an instrument that we traded in the room, but I wanted to give a brief overview of the software performance and how somebody would have done who might have traded that instrument today. The first signal occurred on our system on this candle. This is the candle that occurred at 9:51:02. Order flow had turned green. We're above the 50. The modified trend line had turned green. And although, excuse that signal because the system is still trading, and we might get a beep or a buzz every now and then. Stochastic and momentum had not turned, but this was such a tremendously powerful structural setup for two reasons. First, you have the candle that engulfs back into the 50. So you have the 50-day 50 period moving average providing strong support. The second is you have an order flow asymmetry signal on the prior candle. So buyers try to move the market up, or do move the market up here. And then sellers come in and try to push the market down. The order flow asymmetry indicator is telling us that most of the sell orders on this pullback bar are located at the bottom. So when this candle engulfs all these orders, they're going to get these sellers who are caught in the wrong direction are going to get stopped out quite quickly. So even though you don't have stochastic and momentum turns yet, you do have order flow in your direction, you have market structure, you have strong support, and you meet the major criteria we need for taking a trade. You're above the 50, you're above the 15, and the right line trend line is green. You're in one tick above, and you've got a trade up to here. Now you'd be in at one tick above the candle. The candle close was 1704. You'd be in at 1704.25. The high of the move was 1709. So that's 4.75 points. On this really is a very clear-cut trade. Now, on a very tight trailing stop, you get taken out, but then you have a great reentry signal. This is a momentum signal. It's the green X that occurs right here. You can see you have now you have momentum, order flow, and stochastic with you on the trade. Momentum signals are strongest when they come after a down candle and then a green candle that's very close to the 15. This is a terrific reentry signal. The signal will put you right back in the trade, take you up here. The close of the candle is 1708.50. You'd be in at 1708.75. The high is 1712.75. So it's a 4-point move. So on a very clear-cut signal, we get 4.7 points and 4 points. Now as we move across, we do not trade when the right line trend line is yellow. There's no signals here. And we do not trade short above the 50. So we have no signals there. We never trade when price is between the 50 and the right line trend line. So all of these signals are easily ignored. There's no question that we do not trade any of this. From here all the way through here, there is absolutely no trades. And there are just simply no trade signals here. Now here's our third trade. Right here. Momentum, order flow, and stochastic are green. The close of the candle is 1712.50. We begin at 1712.75. The high is 25. This goes 2 ticks. It would come back and stop you out, and this is a loss. And this would be 4 ticks. We have a 4 tick stop loss. Now we have no trades here. We're between the 50 and the right line trend line. Now we have a nice move up, but no signals. We definitely do not take this momentum signal. We're just chasing the trade up. It is not a signal. Here is where we get our next entry signal. It's right here. It's a momentum signal. Order flow, stochastic, and momentum are either green or blue, and we're in the trade. Very clear-cut signal. The high, the close of the candle is 712.75. We begin at 71713, and the high of the move here is 171550. So this is 2.5 points. Now I'm taking the move very conservatively. Just moving from the high of this candle up to here. And then on this pullback, you're going to get stopped out. But then you have terrific re-entry on this C candle. Again, above the 50, above the modified 15, which is our right line trend line, which is green. Order flow, momentum, and stochastic are green. You're in at a high. The close of the candle is 25. You're in at 1715.50. The high of the move is 1716.25. So it's 3 ticks, and that would be our first target. Very modest trade. Now, there's a lot of reasons why, based on right line trading rules, we do not take this C. It's a little bit of a more advanced strategy that I would go into if you come into the trading room or you buy the software, but this is not a tradable C. This is the C is the only C that we can trade. Now we have the market come down, and we get another C, but this occurs with the right line trend line yellow. And remember, we do not trade when the right line trend line is yellow, so I'm not even going to bother to look and see whether this was a success or a failure. Here's a power entry that was a definite winner, but the right line trend line is yellow, so we don't trade it. As we move across, here's a momentum signal. As we cross the 50 to the downside, the trend line is red. We're below the 50, we're below the 15. It's a little bit of an aggressive trade. The others were very conservative trades. This would be the first trade I would consider to be aggressive because we really like the 15 to be below the 50. And here it's just starting to make its way down. So this is a little bit more of an aggressive trade. You do have order flow, momentum in stochastic red. You have a nice clean break of the 50. The close of the candle is 50. You'd be in at 17.14.25. The low of the move is 17.11.75. Just gonna say it's about 3 points. I'm probably not adding it up right. It may be a little bit more, but just take it as a 3-point winner. So now we do not trade when price action is between the 50 and the 15. We have no tradable signals here. This is a move to the upside on no tradable signals. And now we have a move to the downside on no tradable signals. So far, through 14:21 hours Eastern Time, these are our trades. So if we add up our tally here, we've got just going to round it off to 9 points here. Minus a point, 8 points. Two and a half points, 10.5 points. I'm not even going to add that 3 ticks in. Just leave it 10.5 points. And then we will take the last trade, about 13.5 points. So up till 14:22 hours, you'd have about 13.5 points trading the ES. All the signals we took were very, very conservative, except for the last one, which was a little bit more aggressive. Even if we eliminate that, we still have 10.5 points of profit. If we put in the more aggressive trade, we have 13.5 points, not even counting that small 3-tick trade, which was 3/4 of a point, and the one loser we had. So about 13 ticks of profit today on the ES. Hope everybody has a great day. Thank you very much.